everyone's connected here, and I'm going to just take that as everyone being available. So, Dark, will you go ahead?
Sure. So, last time we started at our keep, if I remember, and we started off with some small talks. For example, around a Lady Benezia Swan and Sir Cousin asking for, well, permission in marriage and also permission to take the maester, which we discussed as a group. And yeah, that was allowed, and so was the marriage. So Sir Cousin went up to her room with a flower. And I think how much actually happened. We do actually much more at the keep because Lanus also went to go speak to his father because, well, kind of dying. Was it last time where Rosette opened up to Desm?
Yes, that was last session.
Okay. Yes, Rosette came to Desm with rather interesting news that her brothers got plans in place and that she is not entirely Dornish. So that's put problems in a lot of ours and her plans. Those are things that need to be done. Also, I saw that token move. And then I think we just left heading for House Karen. No song so sweet. Where we travelled. I'm trying to think. Would we have? I don't even remember which road we stayed on. Northern Road? I think it's more northern. It's 2 roads.
We went to the northern of the keeps.
There we go. Yeah. Where we met up with one of his 2 bannermen, who I could probably bring up the name, but
Micken Rife.
Micken Rife. Quite a good name, actually. And from there he travelled with us down to Night Song, as well as sending off a letter to the other house, where we met up for the funeral, where some words were said outside of the Great Red Mountains. Some faces were carved into it. Lanus did a ballad to the deceased, and Sir Alaric, Lanus, Piers Karen, and his two banner knights all stood for a whole day out in the blazing heat and freezing cold, vigil, as the deceased was carved. Meanwhile, Bree did some speaking with our Lord. Our Lord said something he perhaps shouldn't have. Bree kind of got slightly upset, went to talking to Rosette. Thank you, Grove. Went to the forest, discussed some things, and then had a meeting of which I do not know the full contents.
Anyone can assist? Well, perhaps we'll hear about it soon when we go in character anyway. So
yeah, be fine. And then
perhaps.
And then the meeting eventually transitioned to speaking with Lord Karen himself around a table, discussing the fact that we had raised someone to replace him, and discussing with him, in the end, that he would want the Marshes to ignore our call to arms and focus on defending against I can't think what they're called now. Vulturemen. That'd be
Yes.
without planning to invade. And the fact that we're going to have to try and convince our raised candidate to try and agree. Also, I believe he made one of his bannermen get a vote by promoting them temporarily, or something along those lines.
Not really temporarily.
Okay.
It's a pretty permanent thing.
Okay.
But you can't
know.
really just go around subjugating people.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And so we go back to basically our opening scene, our ending scene last time being the Lord Butterwell leaving. Lord Dundarian's Blackhaven, it's called. And now we go back to seeing basically. Bree, you said that you would want to basically meet the other characters when they arrived. Would that be by the gate, or would it be further out in the land?
Well, God, you put me on the stairs at the end of last session before you had your epic cutaway, God. So I guess that's where Bree is.
Wonderful. Well, she'll hear the guards call out, that Lord Lanus, Lord Desm, and Sir Alaric are returning from their trip. Yes, Aunt Nima, but she's a guard and doesn't get to be called out by name. That's how it is not being noble. And I suppose Bree has been somewhat waiting for this, yeah?
Sure.
It's been a few days, since she sort of spoke to Rosette and began waiting, the waiting time. Has she changed at all? Perhaps according to what Halen might want her to do?
What has Halen wanted her to do other than what was stated last week, God?
Well, as long as she keeps showing up, as long as she doesn't do, back talking, really, unnecessary talking for that matter. He would also like for her to dress like a lady. She probably doesn't have a lot of dresses, but
Bree needs new clothes. That would be the first mate. She's grown too much. Her dresses don't fit her.
Yeah. Well, make sure to order some of those too. It will take a little bit of time with all this other stuff. He's been in a sort of writing a lot of letters to remind people that the vote is very soon, and make sure that everyone knows and such. So he's been mostly doing that, giving Bree some free time away from him. Though they probably still just eat in silence and such. He doesn't really have a lot to say to her.
Sure.
Yeah. Though he does seem pleased with her behaving and showing up and such.
Well, I mean, the lord of the house asked her to. Why would he think that she would do anything different?
Exactly, it's excellent.
What a puss. No, Halen.
I was about to answer for Bree's furious, excuse me?
No, Halen.
You've grown soft, Bree.
Damn, Bree is wimpy.
No. Halen is a puss.
The Bree I knew would just kill him.
No.
I think that would be a taunting
No.
insight, perhaps.
Of course it's Halen. What's happening over there?
What? Where?
By my tree.
Oh, they're just enjoying themselves.
It's my tree. Oh.
They're frolicking. God.
The child is a few months old at this point, so you can be outside and stuff. Just holding it.
But it was, something bad is gonna happen if they let that child be outside. Just know.
Whoa.
Nah, Galt's there. He'll pick.
Never speak of it.
Galt will pick whoever is there up and just throw them over the wall. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I think Nima meant that she was gonna assassinate the kid.
No,
I thought
it's the
the cat
fact
was gonna
that whenever
assassinate the kid.
something
The
happy
cat's gonna do
happens
it.
in Game of Thrones, like happy families, like, oh, look at my baby. Something bad happens.
The baby is the
He's
shotgun
like-
at the back of the
No,
car.
a frozen turkey
like-
just falls down on their
Yeah.
head.
It's
that
like,
is
look
what-
at the baby, it's so happy. Lightning
That is
strikes.
what people have taught me about this setting. Whenever people are happy, that's the worst.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
No one should be
Absolutely true.
happy.
Machina destroy all happiness. Well,
Nothing should go as
regardless.
Yes, regardless.
Yeah, you return and yeah. I mean, from your perspective, you've been riding for a long time. It's not really been a harsh ride. You've probably heard a little bit just because, I mean, at this point, you don't really like riding a whole lot. Or like traveling. It's not a lot of that compared to what you used to. Maybe even Desm's getting hardened a little bit by the road.
My ass is hard.
Yeah. But yeah, you return. I suppose Bree would have the initiative as she's the one sort of acting on the situation while you don't really know that anything's going on.
Aha! I won initiative. Fuck all of you.
He slams the gate shut.
Yes.
Close the gate! They're in...
Well, back to
Well,
High
that's
Garden we
Everyone
go.
in House Peak, like, may poke their heads up. I made my own deal. I'm marrying House Peak's daughter. No,
Wait, what?
That is-
right.
Everything became very progressive all of a sudden.
Yeah,
That's,
as if
You
that
know-
hasn't been threatening this campaign. Bree, in seizing the initiative, will take the time to enjoy this moment with the sun falling just right on her short brown hair and capturing her lovely, cold, hate-filled blue eyes. Her head tilted slightly in an act of curiosity, after all, and initial relief that her family has come back, and a lovely, radiant smile showing on her face that has most of its adult teeth. Might be like a gap here or there, but she's working on it. There's no tooth fairy or anything, and she's been socked in the jaw a few times. That's expedited the process.
Yeah.
Yes. She doesn't rush out to gaily and happily hug and people. Though she will lift a muscular hand that's relatively clean and wave
Sure.
in a welcoming gesture.
As everyone can ride into the courtyard. Basically, you hear this laughter over from this where Gold is talking to or making faces at the baby, at the toddler,
Frozen turkey's coming. Just
infant,
just
I
in a
suppose.
sec.
Over here, Drennick's stout, just taking care of the horse because there's only one right now, so
Yes.
he doesn't really have much else to do.
Whenever we leave, everything goes terrible for him. He's all busy, and then we leave, and it's great. Now what the fuck?
All the horses. He loves horses. That's his thing.
he does love horses.
Yeah. So when you last saw Bree, because I imagine then there's a change since he's actually had food and maybe taken a bath. How would she be? How would she look different, I suppose, to the other characters?
Well, seeing as how she almost never took herself out of her room except for that council meeting that she attended 2 sessions ago, and wasn't really even around to wave the characters goodbye and wish them well on her journey. What little had been seen of the isolated Bree was gaunt, underfed, and immensely troubled. Now, although the fury is shining brightly in her blue eyes, her face is relaxed and composed. She's eaten well again. There is color to her cheeks, and by her posture and position, it's almost as if whatever great, horrid nightmares have been harming and troubling her soul are gone, and she's now at peace.
That sounds.
The smile does
suspicious.
not waver.
Well, we'll follow Qualler and flapping about. Qualler seems happy to see her. We'll land on her head a little bit.
Bree will look up. The smile will widen a bit, and she'll lift a hand to put it on Qualler.
Yep.
Then immediately crushes it.
No. He will make his weird
Alaric,
cooing.
hey up. You should kill him.
Well, we're cooling down as Decim walks up and looks her up and down and says, "Well, you do look happy, Bree," as he sort of furrows his brow a little bit.
And you look intact. All of you managing to travel without any scratches on you, it seems. That's good. The maester is still gone.
Yes, I expect Maester Cole to be gone until the election.
While the hand of the king has not arrived, the lord of the house has been back for some time.
Oh. Oh.
You will recall, of course, that one of the reasons I wanted to stay behind was on the off chance that he returned, I would inform him of events that transpired during his absence. I did that.
Oh.
And how did the Lord take it?
I cannot say. He sent me to the kitchen to help the servants prepare the night's meal.
Oh, well,
What?
Kitchen?
I see.
Yes, I can do a bit of cooking. He seemed grateful that I remembered to fulfill my duty and informing him of events that transpired while we were gone. I am sure he is most interested in hearing the story of how his family nearly died at the Three Pairs. After all, you can't trust a child like me. I'm a girl. What do I know?
Decim sort of looks up and down. He senses there is something here.
The corners of like Bree's smile like widen even further. Anger shimmering in her eyes.
Yeah,
What happened if
doesn't
something-
smile back.
The lord of the house returned.
What did he do?
He hasn't done much with me. He doesn't much care about what I'm doing. But I told him about what transpired while he was gone. It didn't seem like he was very successful on his end either. He's frantically writing letters, I think. I've had dinner with him since he's come back. Lots of peas. Haven't spoken to him much.
I can't imagine he has much interesting stuff to say anyway.
Not at least for me. Probably not for you either, Nima.
No.
But I am sure he is very interested in hearing the story from competent individuals, proven anointed knights, and dedicated folk who have steered this house for decades now.
Well,
She
I
says,
guess-
looking pointedly at like Alaric and Dessa.
Well, that means I'm on break then.
Yes. I will talk to you for a bit, Mimi. I am sure, unless you need help getting up to your room, Uncle?
Decim shakes his head. No, thank you, Bree.
All right. I'm sure the lord of the house is in the study, writing letters furiously. He's been doing that.
Have fun.
Good to see you all back.
It's good to see you too, Bree.
Yes. Decim lets out a sharp whistle, which Qualu flies off and lands on his shoulder. As he begins to talk a bit with Alaric.
Bree retains her smile, her treacherous smile. Decim has high enough awareness. Bree's not trying to lie to her. Bree's fucking pissed.
Yeah. Furious. He looks sort of a little bit over to Bree and then says in a quiet voice to Alaric, "She is about to kill someone."
Isn't she always?
This more than most times, I believe.
Number of times Bree has smiled this wide. There was the time where after the trial, when like the Lord of House Will died, there was the melee fight, like the hand-to-hand combat thing that she organized at the tournament.
Yeah, so generally death, blood, and gore tends to be the...
It's been a good year.
She smiled twice.
Yeah, 3 smiles this
No,
year.
3 times, yes.
It's been a good
The
year.
house logbook this year, Bree produced 3 smiles.
They were each worth 400 gold pounds.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Alright.
Decim will grunt and make his way inside.
Oracle followed Decim inside.
Look after his family. Assuming that Lanny follows after too.
What's Lannis doing?
Lanus follows after, though the entire time he's slightly unnerved by how much Bree is smiling. For no reason.
The smile tightens whenever the only person she sees is Lanny, because Bree doesn't like Lanny. He's different.
Run, Lanny, run!
He doesn't run.
Bree will then, as soon as they leave, she'll look over towards Nima and say, "Nini, the lovely couple has taken the tree. Why don't we stand by our well for old time's sake?"
Sure. So I haven't seen you smile like that since I showed you where the nerve to the brain is, which you just twitch it, you kill a person.
No. Bree, a smile. The smile wavers a bit and becomes a more neutral line. She says, "I have merely made decisions. I was deeply troubled by recent events, and now I have decided on how to handle them.
Okay.
I'm no longer worried at all." She leans against the well, looking down into it.
It's dark. The sun never really gets down there to the bottom.
What were you worried about?
Gods, Rosette. Bree looks around casually, and then in a lower voice says, "Whether I should kinslay, usual."
What was that last part?
Yeah, did she say kinslay?
She definitely did say that.
Kinsley? Who are you gonna kill? Decim?
No.
I thought you got better friends.
Decim, Uncle is useful still. We're useful for each other. My attitude has changed about him.
Halen?
Bree's, the lips do now crease into a frown. Bree rotates her head slowly, and the eyes glisten a bit. And Bree, with an almost guttural voice, says, "He threatened you, Nini."
But what?
Bree looks to her left and looks to her right again before looking back up at Nini and says, "The Lord hopes to control me through intimidation, saying that if I do not go along with his desire, you will disappear." He did not say that specifically, but I have learned enough from this, what you have shown me and what my uncle has. I can read people, Nini.
Mm-hmm. I don't doubt you.
No one threatens you, Nini. There is a clenching of the fist and the knuckles snap as it holds the well.
Thank you, Manikai.
Good work, Manikai. Creating the immersion.
Yeah, he created the... Yeah. To be honest, I am so happy that you regard me like this. You mean a lot to me, and I would have done the same. But it can't be a surprise to you that I already have that order if he goes out of line.
Bree inhales a bit and says, "No, it's not. I merely think he already is." Rosette agrees. And I will be speaking with Uncle tonight, and I am sure that he will agree.
Okay. I don't like him either.
Good. Bree smiles a bit and moves up closer to Nini, and it's almost like possessively for like a child's like possession, like the arm like extends around to like go around Nini's waist.
Sure, Nima will hug her back.
Bree says, "You helped me so much when many others had given up. There is no way in the Seven or in I don't even know, but no, I will not allow any harm to come to you."
There won't be any harm to me. I don't even know how he would do it. I don't even know he knows.
You know, it's curious. I wouldn't think so either. But whenever he came to intimidate me, Nini, he had that. I don't know him. He came back whenever you all returned from Cider Hall. He's been staying in our basement.
Oh,
The silent. I don't know him.
the alchemist, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him. I've talked a little with him, but
It was curious. I did not think that whenever the Lord would come into my room, he would bring the alchemist with him. The alchemist stayed there and observed and watched over me for some time. I don't think he's going to be my tutor in regards to the Seven, or how to be a proper lady. Perhaps he was just taking him on a tour of the castle. That doesn't make sense either. Not to mention the armed guards he had stationed outside my door as if he thought that I would attack him.
curious.
Yes. I don't know how to look into it. I never spoken with him, and I don't really have the same freedom that I once did here. So I played along.
What a puss. Halen, that is.
What does that mean?
He's a scared little animal.
Oh. Okay. Oh, Bree then like thinks back to the other thing that fucking freaked her the fuck out while everyone was going with Blood Raven and all the omens and shit. And what do you think of omens, Nini?
Of omens. Now that's an interesting conversation starter. I'm not sure. They're... I don't know. It's, why?
Oh, you know how the low poor... And like Bree like sort of like says that half-heartedly. She's like trying to make up a lie and then shakes her head and says, someone recently gave me cause to think that omens were more than just superstition, more than make-believe fairy tales, like my uncle would say. That omens are the way that the world can communicate something, such as when I thought a massive shadow cat that was threatening the peasants around here. I wanted to know what you thought, because I trust you. And you know more about the world than I do, Nini.
I know more about the world and the across the sea. This is a very alien place. Me myself was thought as a bad omen.
Oh.
So,
Well, I don't think you're bad, but you've never tried to kill me, so I suppose that
no.
it's,
I don't know, my master was superstitious, but he didn't talk much about it.
Your master, that would be my uncle. Yeah.
I suppose so.
Superstition. Omens. All right. Well, you think more about it then, and I'll think more about it too.
Is it the whole shadow cat that's a bad omen? What's the...
Oh, it I don't really know, Nini. I never tried to interpret omens. I'm not one of the peasants. Just all these things. The crows, the shadow cat, there's the plagues off to the east, there's Rosette's dreams, my dreams.
What are you Rosette dreaming about? I haven't heard of this.
Oh, different things. Rosette, I think, is so terrified of that she's gonna fail her family name. I don't know. It's been a while since I spoke to her about her dreams. She's been very strange since our encounter with the Shadow Cat. She's been different. She's acted differently towards me ever since. And I spoke with her a number of days ago, perhaps a quarter moon, and Bree shrugs. I don't know. I still like her, I think. Just she's peculiar. I think it has something to do with her family.
She does come from a different world than this, I believe. The dawn was very different, at least.
Well, you come from a different world too, Nini. Look at you.
Yeah. Look at me. I've been whipped for saying too much.
Bree, wait, what?
Yeah,
Who whipped you?
it's not important. I needed some information, and
No, I don't know.
It's fine. I've been whipped so many times.
That is not okay.
It's not, but that's how people often treat their prisoners or their enemy's enemy.
When were you a prisoner?
When I was a child.